No introduction needed. I just want to get into it. I gotta jump into this movie. But AKA Padders here. Welcome to episode 487 of AKA Pad's All Day Audacity podcast. Pinocchio 2022, the live action remake with technically, okay, this is our first molehill. It's a molehill that we're gonna have to climb over. You and me. It's not a live action remake. We have to stop calling these movies live action remakes. If 90% of the screen that you see on screen, if 90% of it is green screen, optical illusion, computer generated effect, guy in a green suit, guy with a ping pong thing on his head so the camera can track it, it's an animated movie. But we're calling this a live action. It's a remake. It's a modern day remake. How about that? Modern day remake from a classic of 1940. Because I'll argue the percentage, like what is the percentage that we need on screen of like just hand calculated, like not drawn, but like, you know, clicked animation. Like how much of it needs to be animated for it to be an animated movie? Because I was saying back during the Transformer movies that the Transformer movies should qualify as an animated feature, with the Film Academy. Can we get the Transformers an Oscar? So what's the deal? Pinocchio 2022 came in way. I was really hyped. I was so excited for this movie for a couple of reasons. It's a Robert Zemeckis movie. It's another collaboration of Robert Zemeckis and Tom Hanks. Does no one fucking mention this? That the guy who gave us, I don't know, Castaway, Who Framed Roger Rabbit, Back to the Future, What Lies Beneath, Oscar winner, won an Oscar faster. Forrest Gump won an Oscar faster than his mentor, Steven Spielberg, who also has a huge history in animation. Beowulf, we talked about a couple years ago, the Jim Carrey Christmas Carol, which is fantastic. But people when it comes to Robert Zemeckis, they want to target Mars Needs Moms and say that he derailed, he spiked, he destroyed a film and animation studio. No, he's trying to make a movie, and it just didn't work out. I'm sorry, but go look at Monster House if you want to look at if you want something that's under the radar when it comes to his animation work. But this guy has done movies involving acting. He's done movies involving big ideas and small ideas and horrific ideas and time traveling ideas. He's done Who Framed Roger Rabbit, that alone, and he's not a one-hit wonder. He's a fucking weapon. His film intelligence is to be respected. But we're talking about Pinocchio because the internet ran a train on it, attacked it, flipped Pinocchio on his backside, threw up its butt, and had its way with Pinocchio. Rotten Tomatoes. People are making videos about Rotten Tomato and the poor Pinocchio score. Going into Pinocchio, I was nothing but into what the solutions were going to be, knowing what just knowing what I knew about the 1940 animated feature. The previous episode, I admitted that I stopped watching Pinocchio because I didn't remember enough, and I wanted to watch the original first. And as I watched the original, the 1940 the cell animated feature, second one from the Disney catalog, by the way, I got more curious. I got more into the idea. I got more into what were they going to do with some of the music? What were they going to do with these leaps and these jumps, right? Because we kind of go from a workshop to a school, from a school to a like a burlesque club, or like a cabaret club, and then we go from a cabaret club to the ocean and the whale, and we go from there to Pleasure Island, and we go to Pleasure Island back to a shore, then we go back home. This movie is completely self-aware of the uh, the leap of faith in that flow that I just dictated. But this is common in fairy tales and in children's stories because you have to go with it and the ideas and the points, right? So this movie doesn't make too much of a big idea, a big thing about Pinocchio lying, growing his nose, but it's clear that he does lie and grow his nose, and he shouldn't do it. Even though there's, like a little bit of they get the key to get him out of the cage with that. But we also have the introduction of new characters, new ideas, a possible spin-off with this other puppet that is also living. Like does she like become a person too? Is she under like the same type of spell from the fairy godmother? It's really interesting. The side characters are interesting. The solutions are interesting. Tom Hanks is freaking awesome. Figaro the cat's great. Is there a couple shots where we're not convinced it's real because special effects heavy stuff? Yeah. Does every special effects movie have a similar shot? Yes. So we really don't care. This does get me excited. I mean, when are we going to get the Lilo and Stitch live action update? We need that. We do need that. But this movie's a shitload of fun. It's visual. It's amazing. It's made by Phil Master. I think all the design choices, all the lighting, the look and the feel is to be rewatched and admired. The music's fantastic. The ending, when Geppetto's dying on the beach and Pinocchio sings to Geppetto, "Wish upon a star," as his father is dying. If you don't get touched by that, you have failed as an audience member. You have failed. And I'm sorry if you are bitter. You're bitter. And I hate coming through a conversation about a movie with that much heat, because I don't think it's appropriate. But it's there, you have to be a good audience member. You have to be willing to receive a movie. If you can't receive a movie, then don't watch it. Fix on your life. Go join a gym. Read other books. Cancel your Disney Plus subscription. Go get other life experiences, and then watch movies that are rich in life and life lessons, such as Pinocchio. And I do feel like the idea of Pinocchio learning his lessons, the anxiety of this pilgrimage, this Homer's Odyssey, similar to Eyes Wide Shut, that he goes on, the temptation, the struggle of Jiminy Cricket, also Joseph Gordon-Levitt, awesome voice performance here. It's awesome because you don't know it's Joseph Gordon-Levitt, by the way. But it's like this chasing and this want even coming from Jiminy Cricket. The beginning, we bust down that fourth wall like twice in such an interesting and fun way. It's very similar to the original animated classic. The similarities are there. They're close enough. The divergences prove to be their solutions, again, very similar to the original. I think this is a movie that number one, I'm very surprised it's not directed by Steven Spielberg, because I'm pretty sure Steven Spielberg cites Pinocchio as one of his the influence, that and The Greatest Show on Earth. But no, it's interesting and it's great watching. I mean, look, I like the Lion King live action. I like the Aladdin live action. I think the Jungle Book one, the Jon Favreau one, is fucking great. I'm not sure what these people are doing. I'm not. It's confusing. It's confusing why we somehow compare the effects of live action to something that is limited in time because it's drawn by human hand. So we're kind of going at 90 minutes here. To expand on that, making it a 2 hour long. I was surprised with the length. I thought it should be one to one, but this isn't a straight up remake. This is a expansion. This is an idea built on a sketch, and that sketch is the original animated masterpiece. So this is to be watched. It's to be admired. It's watchable just for Tom Hanks's performance, seeing the work of Robert Zemeckis, comparing the two, knowing what the solutions are, and admiring just the attitude of this movie. I don't know, people. I'm just very perturbed that this movie got so much bad heat, and I try not to, do my hot takes, because I just watched Thor: Love and Thunder today again now for a fourth time. And fuck me, man. Like, my hot take, I'm feeling my hot take on that movie just wasn't there. And that's a part of this film journey. That's why we hang out. And that's why we do these things, because we want to know the answers and we want to know the truth. And I want to be able to go back and say I was wrong on things. I want to go back and say I was right also. So everyone, Pinocchio is a full recommendation. We're going on to the next episode. We're stumbling and bubbling to episode 500 as quickly as we can. So the next episode, 488, there's a couple ideas I have. Anyway, we'll get there. Stay tuned. I love you and goodbye.